Alright. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Just take a look to see if it's some of the same issues from the previous game or some new ones. Almost got the double touch. So if we go back here, at this point, either someone needs to go for this. Well, let's go back a little bit before Ducks flips away. Yeah, here. Ducks, you can, my guess is you're low on boost, which you're going back. Yeah. So you can turn for this. Did you? I know. In the first replay, it looked like there was actually boost there, but there wasn't. So you could turn up the ball for this and try to hit it in their end. Just give you some time to get back, or just call that you're going back and for Squintle go. Because yeah, he's got plenty of the boost, and with the ball coming towards him and having tons of boost, he'll definitely be able to get to this ball. But both of you guys leave this. So my guess is that a miscommunication thing, or just hesitation thing from Squintle. Looks like he started to go for it, but then saw Climax jump for it, so then he turned back. But if he was boosted right away after you passed the ball, he could have definitely got there first. So here you kind of just throw the ball away. Something that you guys try to work on is just recognize when you guys have space, which would be hugely helpful, especially in Champ League, because I know some people do, but a lot of people don't do it. So if you can see here, it's good to just your player perspective. That's not player perspective. There we go. So if we go back up a little bit. So you can see Climax turning away, Shay's going back. So at this point, you know they're both backwards. So you've got tons of space here, and you're not going to get challenged. The only person that might challenge you is Squintle, but as long as you tell him that you have it, he won't challenge you. So you can just slow this down, try to control it, because there's really no reason to just throw this away. Yeah, you're low on boost, but you also used a bunch of boost. What you had? How much did you have? You had 45 boost, so using a piece of it is fine, but then I would also flip towards the ball, because your trajectory is not really going to change much. Then you would have had maybe about 20 boost, and could have controlled the ball and might be able to do something there, instead of just throwing it away. You seem a little lost on defense here, Ducks. Go back. Take a look at different. Squintle's going in the corner. Kind of pinched out. So you start going out for the ball, but you see Squintle starts pushing for that, so you back off. This is a mix of comms, but also recognize the situation. So here, I would not have gone for this ball. No matter what, even if Squintle said he doesn't have it, because Climax is there, and even without any boost, he can just turn for this and beat you, even if you have 100 boost, and you go forward for it. You're just so far away, and then Squintle's also on the wall, kind of in the corner, so he's not really gonna be able to get back to defend it, the shot. So really, ideally here, you just need to stay in net. So we go back. So like here, this is pretty good positioning. I'll just wait to see how this really plays out. But then you start pushing out. I'll just really stay in net. Maybe at this point you can turn around, grab some of the small boost pads here if you need them. But then tell Squintle that he needs to go for it again, and you're just gonna stay in net. Even if he can't go or he doesn't go, just stay in net. That's the best play here. So now you guys kind of both push out. Squintle realizes he can't get it, and then you try to get back for the ball, turn yourself around, getting caught in no man's land. It's a nice counter-attack goal that you guys got. Pushed up too far, which is nice. So unfortunately this turns into a goal, so let's take a look at this. Squintle. So Ducks are trying to just kind of shadow what happens here in case he gets beat, which he does. So you kind of do a little stutter movement here, and I think that's probably the reason why you didn't get to this, because if you just, so you turn for it and then you turn back, because I'll show you there, but if you just stay turning for this instantly, instead of hesitating and then turn for it, you would be in shape to the ball here. But because you hesitate and you take a bit of a wider turn, you can have the extra small boost pad, but at that point he's able to catch up and they're able to get the goal off it. So just trying to work on not making your decision making a little bit quicker.
Wait, sorry.
No, you're good. Because hesitations is what really makes people slower, faster in the game. It's not really the speed of the cards, they're the speed of the decision making for the most part. So if we go back and look at this, Squintle does this again like he did in the previous game, where he's rotating ball side, and he can't really support it all. He's just, so here, I guess he's just telling, he sees the boost, yeah, he has no boost, so he tries to make a play here, and he works to get back. But the problem is the ball is directly behind him. So yeah, he needs to get that boost, but he's also kind of in the way and can't support you if you want to go for this. So at this point, really what he should be doing, or Squintle should be doing, you can go for this, which didn't spawn, which is unfortunate, but as soon as this spawns, really, you don't really need to go for this, because if you saw, I was there, but either way, you need to cut across here, and then turn around like this. It's probably not the best line, there's some other better lines you can take, but you don't want to cut across here if Duck's trying to push out this way. Just don't want to try to get in your way of your teammate is trying to go for the ball. Because potentially, I don't remember how it's boost Duck's had, but if it's had the boost, he was waiting for an extra touch, he could have turned and then gone up for this, try to intercept him, and by that point Squintle would have been back in back post, so even if Ducks misses, Squintle's going to be in position to save the ball. But the way, so I believe Ducks goes back for a kiss, and it's going to go like this, so you're both there, you can't really support each other by that rotations. There we go. So like that's something I'm pointing out from Squintle, but a lot of people do that. At all ranks, it's a hard habit to break. Just trying to make sure that you don't rotate ball side. Again, another example of Squintle rotating ball side to try to get that corner boost, but you're already in the corner, and in twos you never want to be in the same corner with your teammate. Well, it's the safest spot in the field, it also means that you guys aren't really covering barely any of the field. Is this a goal? No, that's unfortunate. Just didn't quite get high enough on the ball to get to go in. Or go down into the net, rather. Here, it looks like Squintle's trying to keep the play alive as much as he can. This is extremely high risk play. It doesn't really need to be. It doesn't really need to go for at this point. Like I would say, so at this point, so these are usually done comms. Can be done comms or just time get no case like to play. So if you see that Squintle's on the wall here, what you can do is just grab this boost and grab this boost and get here, because this line is the goalpost line, and Shay's gonna be in the net trying to defend whatever Squintle's doing. But if Squintle's able to, I know this isn't the easiest thing, but then you could also try to push out near if he calls close pass, but then he can try to get this out to you mid, whether that be air dribble or however he chooses to play it. Because instead he just goes for the air dribble, but he has no support, so the play can't really, unless he gets the air dribble goal, nothing's gonna come out of this goal. I mean this play, because this is giving control of the other team and putting yourself in a bad spot trying to get back. But luckily they don't really push too hard on you guys, so you guys don't get punished for it. So here is a situation that Squintle's trying to get in support for trying to push out the play here. What Ducks does here is just pushes out this play, but if we go to his player perspective, does he recognize? No, he does not. That is unfortunate. Let's go back a little further. So I would hope, so yeah, he never saw Squintle. That might explain why it's happened. But hopefully Squintle will call mid, and if he did that, then just back a little further. So you see this ball is going to hit the ground, but what you can do instead is if he calls, he has to call it mid because you can't see him, or just like after the last time playing, you know that's how he likes to play, then you might get used to it. But either way, hopefully you'd call it, and you can get around this and then just side flip into the ball, and so hopefully this will get mid for him. And there's all this empty space out here, and Shay's also backwards, he's heading back, so that would give Squintle so much time. And then after you get it mid, you'll be able to push up so that he could potentially pass it to you again to try to create a 1v2, and Climax might be getting back, but you guys would be in a very good situation to try to get a counter goal here in this position. But unfortunately you didn't recognize Squintle was there, or didn't call it, whatever the situation, so you just banged it. Try to get an early shot, which I was able to get an easy save on that. And now you need to rush back to try to stop the counter goal. Alright, this is some awkward defense. What is going on here? Alright, so I'm back a bit more. It's unfortunate that you missed the touch. What can I say about this? So first off, even before Squintle was able to the control, you started pushing out net. Here you can see he doesn't, there's no guarantee that he's going to be able to get this out, so I'd be careful here and just kind of wait in that a bit longer, because you start push out, and you push out, not only you push out but you're also near post. This puts you in a really awkward spot. Try to save it, so you kind of have to wait for the bounce and go for it. And I kind of recognize it, like I had a lot to do because you're just rocking back and forth here trying to figure out what you want to do. I know that all too well because I've done it so much.
Same.
But yeah, so just be careful not pushing out too soon. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Whatever it is, it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Quality gameplay with a strong focus on the fundamentals.
Yeah. Right.
Look at that.
Alex doesn't even know what's going on. He just stopped moving.
You broke him.
Yes, so that side clip you saw there was me messing up my inputs because I hit the keyboard buttons too fast. So that tends to happen. That's very fun when it does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ducks, you're a KBM?
Imagine hitting a goal.
Couldn't be me.
And that's it.
Nope.
I don't actually remember the games because it's been like...
I only know it wasn't a goal because this game ended 1-3. So I knew I couldn't go in. But yeah, for this last minute after they scored, you guys have just been trapped on defense the entire time. So you guys didn't really get many chances to really set up and try to make a comeback in the final minute. But yeah, a lot of it, this game, just a lot of awkward rotations on defense. Again, the ball side rotations from Squintle, and just not recognizing when you guys have space to try to use each other to your advantage and force them into a 2v1 situation. Anything you guys want me to take a look at before I end the recording?
And maybe that's not so much in this game, but I wanted to ask you, in the last one, when the circuit board was playing, I noticed that he was doing the midfield, right on the midfield line, he was doing the figure 8 to follow the play. And I want to know if that's a bad practice or not, because I've always done that. And he totally did it like 3 times in the last replay. And I just want to see if it's like something that people should do, because I totally do it.
Oh, I need to find a specific example because I don't remember.
Yeah, it's right on the midline, and he does a figure 8 when Squintle is in the front right corner.
I'm just gonna go 200
Yeah,
Unless
circuit board will do a figure 8 right on the midline on the right hand side of the field.
Unless you remember the time it was.
But when he watches him go into the corner, he'll start to do a figure 8 on the corner of the field. It's after this goal, that's for sure. But like right, oh no. Yeah, he'll get like right here trying to track the. No, actually, that wasn't it either. Or maybe that was Squintle. Someone just did the figure 8. They just did it for a second there on midline. Like, go back a little. Right here. He's going to go, after he gets the boost, he's going to go up the wall, and then he does like the figure 8 right on midline. Squintle does it really quick. You see it? But also, the play I'm thinking of is totally later in the game, where circuit board totally is in that same spot that Squintle goes into, and he does the figure 8 right there while trying to track the play.
Yeah, I believe it. It's definitely something I do.
Yeah. His is super wide. It's not like circuit board.
Yeah.
Circuit board is a lot tighter. But yes, it's basically a figure 8. He's just doing it super wide. Look.
So what I would have done, so it's not necessarily a bad thing to do to try to like stay with the ball necessarily. Like sometimes it can be, but what Squintle could have done a little bit better here is, so he grabs that first boost, but then he doesn't grab any others. So usually when people do that, like they're trying to stay in the play, but they're also trying to collect boost. So ideally, Squintle would have gone for this one, then gone for this one, and then gone for this one. And obviously it might change based on how the ball is coming towards him, but just grabbing as much boost as you can in that is ideal. Because even if he doesn't grab this one, I know he like turns like this, so ideally he would turn like this, just to make sure he's grabbing as much boost as possible to keep his levels up. So no, it's not really a bad thing to do, but just make sure when you do it, like I'll go show this in free play. And I'll turn off limited boost. So a lot of times, when I'm doing it, so let's say I'm gonna use up some more boost, and so let's say I'm like 2 minutes upfield, and then I'll a lot of times just go around these boost pads, and I'm missing them right now, so this is a horrible example, but just making sure to try to like you want to stay in field, but like doing that, is that what you're talking about?
No, because generally when I do it, and when it looked like Circuit Board was doing it, the goal was not to get boost. It was a sort of a tight figure eight to track the play. So as the ball moved further into the corner, his figure eight went to the right-hand side, and when it moved towards the opponent's goal, he moved to the left, and it just got tighter and tighter the more the ball stayed in the corner. And I think, at least for me, I can't speak for Circuit Board, but for me, when I do it, it's an unconscious way of maintaining momentum so that if the play breaks away super fast, I don't have to go from 0 to supersonic. I go from whatever my traveling speed was to supersonic.
Yeah, so let's say I have a teammate that's on the corner and I'm trying to get mid for a pass, then yeah, I'll like try to like just keep momentum because you never want to full stop.
Yeah, that's basically it. I want to know if it's good because you're totally doing it now. Like if the ball is over there, it's like saying playing on it. Yeah, you end up doing that, trying to track the play. And it just gets tighter and tighter the more the ball doesn't move.
Yeah, you always want to try to keep up your momentum in correctly as much as possible because momentum is like one of the biggest things. Because as long as because you really don't need to use a whole lot of boost to keep up your momentum unless you're like churning a ton, and then you would. But yeah, so like if the ball was here or like in the corner, a teammate in the corner, then yeah, I would like be trying to move as much as possible, but not pushing him too far. So, but yeah, I get what you mean. Overall, it's good. The specific movements change whether it's good or bad depending on the situation, like the very specific situation. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Anything else?
Not for this one.